Good morning, my name is Otto Siegel. I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona, and I'm a professional coach. I'm a master certified coach with the ICF. I have been coaching since 2001 and found my niche actually already in my previous profession as a high school teacher, when I faced tons and lots of highly bright, gifted children who struggle either with ADD or with behavioral issues or depression or all kinds of physical symptoms. You name it, they did it, because they were just simply bored at school. It was never enough. So I figured out their pain. I did something about it, because needless to say, it was my own pain. Genius Coaching focuses on these high performers who struggle or don't know what to do with their lives. I look for families who do not get along with their children because they're too bright, too smart for their own good, or too smart for school. The children are insecure, what they really want to do in life. They don't speak up. The introverted children all hide in themselves. Extroverted act up, take drugs, get involved into all kinds of stuff, and ruin their lives basically if you let them. So you develop ADD eventually because your body sends a signal, there's something wrong, that's not the right thing. The wall is here, the door is over there, so move over there. But we don't do the move because we need to make money, we need to make ends meet. And before we know it, we're wrapped up in a career which doesn't make sense. It doesn't fulfill us. Yes, it might pay the bill, but it does not fulfill our heart. Every genius is a specialist. They focus on one area only. Michael Jordan is brilliant in the basketball court. He would not be brilliant on a piano. And once we find our specialties, life is wonderful. If you don't have the specialty, we're suffering. What are you good at? And this genius profile serves them as a blueprint for their lives. You would never build a house without a blueprint. Why would we build our lives without a blueprint? We provide them a foundation for a career that fills their heart and their bank account. Executives frequently have leadership issues on the human side of business. They're brilliant on the numbers side, on the factual side of business, but they just don't get along with their boards. They don't get along with their supervisors. They don't get along with their executive team members. And always, it is one way or another of suppressed intelligence. Intelligence is not fully unfolded, and that goes for executives as much as it goes for a teenager. They need to dig deeper into their emotional intelligence, into their interactive social intelligence, and then the big thing is into their physical intelligence, which means they need to trust their guts. The more they can tap into that, the more they are bright, brilliant, the stress levels go down, and then they really can live their unique brilliance in their businesses, and that's what we want. Well, first of all, they should know very clearly what they are up to, what they have in terms of expectations. And then interview the coach, how can you fulfill these expectations? Independent of any qualification, of any label in the coaching area. Are you a business coach, are you an executive coach, are you a life coach? Because that doesn't tell me a lot if I interview somebody who wants to be my coach for my life or for my business improvement. The more specific the questions are, the better the interview is going to be. And I would also encourage every client to interview at least 3 coaches with the same questions to have comparable results. Okay, teenager, let's call her Maria for confidentiality reasons. Maria came, she was a highly successful high school student up to age 12, playing soccer, being involved in the community, being the favorite in the class. And then one day she came home and had a diabetic shock. So she passed out, she needed to have emergency treatment. It was absolutely necessary to rush her to the hospital. She was close to death. After this event, her whole life changed completely. Her personality changed. She totally retreated in herself. She disappeared in herself, basically, and got depressed. Now, everybody knew this child is a high potential, but she was not reachable, not for their parents, not for her friends. The grades at school went down all the way, of course. She was close to leaving school. And then she saw therapists, psychiatrists. She refused to take any medication. So she was close to suicide, basically. And then I coached her dad as an executive. And then they told me one day, can you talk to my daughter? I said, well, I could eventually. So fast forward 6 months. After 3 sessions, she told me, you saved my life. Because for the first time ever, I accept that I'm a diabetic now. I have to have a different lifestyle. And slowly I'm ready to build up my momentum again and believe in myself. And this believing in myself could not have been happened if somebody would not have helped me to focus on my strength, focus on what's right with me, what still works for me, even if I have this condition. And based on that, I built so much confidence that I can look forward to my career. Before you sign up for coaching, let's do just an evaluation session. So we figure out if Genius Coaching is for you, if you're really interested to tap into your own brilliance. A lot of people have a hard time to accept that they might have an area of absolute brilliance somewhere along the line. And if they're really determined to figure that out, which is actually very exciting, then we are the only partner to work with.